What is NLP? What we see and hear is what we think about. What we think about is what we feel. What we feel influences our reactions. Reactions become habits, and it is our habits that determine our destiny. Bob Gass. Neuro-Linguistic Programming, NLP, is the study of what works in thinking, language, and behavior. It is a way of coding and reproducing excellence that enables you to consistently achieve the results that you want, both for yourself, for your business, and for your life. We live in a world of unprecedented change. We are immersed in unpredictability and complexity. The more we discover, the more there is to discover. Every question reveals yet more questions. We need skills and attitudes to help us learn how to make sense of chaos. We need to know how to find certainty within ourselves about what we want and what we believe when everything around us may seem to challenge who we are. We need to take care of ourselves and stand alone in our self-assurance and empathy for others, yet we need to be able to show others our weaknesses and ask for help. We need to know how to pick ourselves up when we are down, to learn from uncertainty and disappointment, to shape our direction, and to be prepared to lose all. We need the capacity to move more quickly than ever before, and at the same time to stand still and drink in the richness of the moment. We need to know how to communicate with people of vastly different cultures and, more than anything, how to communicate with ourselves. We need to understand others' perceptions even if they are poles apart from ours, and we need to listen to the wisdom of our own bodies. We need to know how to laugh, to let go, to learn, to grow, to love, to mourn, and to move on. We need humility and graciousness and the strength to absorb our own and others' inconsistencies. We need the resilience to remain in situations that cause us pain and to be able to find joy in everything and everyone. We need to know how to find the excellence that is within us all and to celebrate it with every part of our heart and soul. We need to forgive, forget, and allow ourselves and others to be who they truly are. We need to learn as we have never learned before. How, then, do we cope? In some ways the answer is a paradox. Far from embarking on courses of accelerated learning and speed reading to be able to learn faster, we need to look within ourselves and find our unique resources. In this way we can develop our own formulae for success. We need to be still to discern what is important for our specific vocation and what is not. We need to know how to learn from every situation, everyone, and every intuition. Neuro-Linguistic Programming. Neuro-Linguistic Programming, NLP, is a process of modeling the conscious and unconscious patterns that are unique to each of us in such a way that we are continuously moving toward a higher potential. By increasing our awareness of the patterns in our thinking, we can learn how these thought patterns influence the results we are getting in work and in life. The key to finding personal and business success comes primarily from within ourselves, and learning about how we think enables us to tap into our inner resources. Linguistic. Our language is our life. What we can say is what we can think and what we can do. Learning to understand and master the structure of our language is essential in a world where we trade increasingly through our ability to communicate. Programming. We run our lives by strategies, in a similar way that a computer uses a program to achieve a specific result. By understanding the strategies by which we run our lives, we give ourselves a choice to do more of the same, or choice to enhance our potential and our individual excellence. In essence, NLP is the study of our thinking, behavior, and language patterns so that we can build sets of strategies that work for us in making decisions, building relationships, starting up a business, coaching a team of people, inspiring and motivating others, creating balance in our lives, negotiating our way through the day, and, above all, learning how to learn. We have strategies for everything we do. The good news is that we can learn how to refine existing strategies as well as learning new ones and even discarding those that are redundant. The bad news is that for the most part the critical pieces of these strategies are outside of our conscious awareness. We typically do not consciously know what we do and especially how we do it. This is where NLP comes in. With NLP we can unpack not only the conscious elements but especially the unconscious ones so that we can learn how we do what we do. This allows us to do what we really want and achieve what we deserve. The best thing for being sad, replied Merlin, is to learn something. That is the only thing that never fails. You may grow old and tremble in your anatomies, you may lie awake at night listening to the disorder of your veins. You may see the world around you devastated by evil lunatics, or know your honor trampled in the sewers of baser minds. There is only one thing for it then to learn. Learn why the world wags and what wags it. That is the only thing which the mind can never exhaust, never alienate, never be tortured by, never fear or distrust, and never dream of regretting. Learning is the thing for you. T.H. White, the once and future king. The relevance of NLP. I am often asked, is NLP still relevant? And my answer is a resounding yes. We need to learn how to use new technology in ways that are creative and different. If you do what you always did, you get what you always got. And it is the combination of thinking about thinking and technology that will set the new breed of leaders and entrepreneurs apart from the rest. There is nothing else in the world of human development and learning as powerful as NLP. Emotional intelligence, spiritual intelligence, visualization, and various other new concepts in human resource development are mere derivatives of the NLP process. The only route to understanding would have to come through creating a practical working model in your mind that could be used to rise above the detail. Every successful entrepreneur I've ever known has worked this way. From this high-level view of the world, they create simple, rule-of-thumb formulae that can be used as the basis for decision-making. Peter Small, The Entrepreneurial Web. There is so much to learn in both technology and personal development that it is impossible for anyone to learn everything. It is our ability to manage our thinking, our conflicts, and our experience that will ultimately make the difference between those of us who will lead the way into an increasingly new, exciting, creative, and cooperative future, and those who will rapidly fall by the wayside as they attempt to follow. This is what we can learn with NLP. How does NLP work? NLP pays very little attention to what people say they do, as that usually bears very little or no resemblance to what they actually do. You might think that by asking top achievers how they succeed you would get precise answers. You would be wrong. The key to success is often unknown at the conscious level. The previously unknown pieces are sometimes referred to as the magic of NLP. However, it is not magic, merely an awareness of what really makes the difference that is so often missing in more traditional models and techniques. Using the tools of NLP you can elicit these unknown pieces so that you can code talent. There will be things you do that you do not yet understand. Do you know, for example, what you do that is different in those relationships where you have exquisite rapport, where you know what the other person is going to say before they say it? How does NLP work? How you control your feelings in some situations when in others you lose control. In those situations where you feel especially confident, how you generate that inner feeling of calm and certainty even when everything else is stacked against you. How it is that some of your remote communications achieve as much if not more than face-to-face conversations. What it is about the way you use technology at those times that influences people to want to do business with you. How it is that sometimes everything you do seems just right, you feel at one with yourself, and you achieve new personal bests. What happens at those times when you are able to shift gear to a more successful way of being so that you achieve more than you previously dreamed was possible? When you know the answers to these questions and others like them, you begin to have more choice over the way you think, feel, and behave. You have more influence over the way in which you can respond to your unique calling in the world. If you like, finger the like button and subscribe. Support the channel by ordering your copy of NLP at Work, The Difference That Makes the Difference in Business. Thank you for your support. Free gift in the description below.